All right, and welcome into the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show live from Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon here on this Monday night. And thanks for joining us. Presented by Griffin Insurance, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Cottage Electric and Construction, Page One Group with great mugs here, Knox County Veteran Services, and Pizza Cottage. This week we are heading to Newark for the Newark-Mount Vernon football game. We get a chance to catch up with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets first time this season here on the program. We've got Lane Mustard with us, Nolan White, and Mark Weber, and we appreciate them joining us here and appreciate you guys spending some time with us here. Coach, here we are, second year, getting in here, and I know for years at Mount Vernon there's been different coaches that have come and gone and everything, and when we talked to you last year, you kind of see the blueprint that you were putting out there, that this was the plan and, you know, of what you wanted to do with this program. So as you get into year two, now we're a game into year two, and then we're going to talk about the last game and everything. What is the overall goal with this program here in year number two in Mark Weber's system?
Yeah, so I actually, because, you know, after the loss, you took a loss opening week, you're like, man, is what we're doing working? Like, so I just pulled up the film from last year on my computer screen. I got two computer screens, pulled up that film, pulled up the film from last Friday night, and I just wanted to see the difference, right? And what I saw was, the result was the same, loss and a loss to Marion Harding. But what I saw was a team on the left that was kind of slow, not fundamental, kind of wanting to go all in, but not quite understanding. Then a much better Marion team, really. I mean, they had a couple guys that were 4.5, 40 guys. Yeah. We saw a defense and saw an offense that was put together. Yeah. You could tell what they were trying to do. Yeah. So on the left side was year one. Yeah. Right side, same result, loss, okay? But that you could see the building blocks and the blueprint of fundamental kids that know how to run to the ball, know how to tackle, know how to block. Really, if you take two plays away, two deep balls, it's now 14-7. Yeah. So, but that's football, right? Who's going to win that big play and that spark? So what we're really trying to do is what we saw tonight at practice. We had middle school practicing. We had high school practicing. Yeah. We had the youth league coming into practice. Yeah. And then we had our flag practicing. So that's probably about 12 acres of land there. And all 12 acres was occupied by football players. Yep. Yep. So we're building that. Yep. There was probably, I would say, 180 kids out there practicing. Yeah. Football, the game of football. Yeah. So that's really what we're trying to build. That's the more kids playing football, and then as we teach them more, as we build fundamentals, the result will happen. Yeah. But it's so hard for people that want to win so bad, right? Yeah. Win, result. But we're looking at how is it building? Is it growing? Yeah. And growth doesn't mean wins right away. Yeah. And I've told people that, and it's crazy because I like to win. I'm super competitive, but where we were was pretty kind of low too. So we're going to have to stack bricks, keep building, and at some point we're going to be like some of the teams around the area. Think of the Delawares when they couldn't win a game. Yeah. And now look at them. Yeah. Yeah. So that something has to look at. Newark is a phenomenal program. Yeah. Just a few years ago they were struggling, right? Sure. But Billy has done such a good job of building that. Yeah. So Coach Franks has. Yeah. So that's kind of the same blueprint we're following. Yeah. Build it. Eventually, the results are going to come.
Well, as you know, with the Mount Vernon program, Justin Todd was here, and then you had different guys that have come in throughout the years, and people will say, is Mark Weber in this for the long run? It seems like you are right now, Mark, in for the long run, and going to be here to build this program to be a thing like Delaware has right now.
Right, and that's what I tell the kids. I'm not a coward. Yeah. If I came to win right away, I probably wouldn't have picked Mount Vernon. My house is 12 minutes away, so the long run is the game, and that's the goal. We could probably do some things that would put some Band-Aids on things to win instantly, but they're not a long-term investment. Mm-hmm. So, you could shy away from doing things right to get instant feedback or instant gratification, but to do things the right way sometimes takes a little bit longer. And that's what we're willing to do. And I told the seniors, I basically put a picture up on the projector, and it had an MV on it, and it was just like a ship out at sea. Yeah. And think if you're out at sea, you can't see land, right? Yeah. So we can't see where where the result, when it's going to happen. But you got to have faith that at some point my work is going to pay off.
Yeah.
So.
Lane Mustard, what year are you in school?
I'll be a senior.
You're a senior.
I am a senior.
You're a
yeah.
senior
I'm a
this
senior,
year. You're
yeah.
going to be.
I am.
We're going to make sure you graduate now. I'm not teasing you. But when you look at what's being built here and what you want to accomplish in your senior year and what you see what Coach Weber's doing in his second year, what do you see from a player perspective?
So I think when we started, me and Nolan, our senior class, we were really good in middle school.
Yeah.
And we had high school and we were really good as freshmen, and then we slowly kind of trickled in to varsity, and it just kind of hits you. Like it's just
different
so
ball
much
game.
different ball. It's completely different. So seeing that, like, we're bringing up the young dudes, just building it.
Yeah.
Like we just keep working all the time.
Yeah.
Build it, keep everything working.
Yeah. Nolan White, what are you, senior year this year?
Yeah.
All right, final year for you here. What do you see with what the program's doing right now? And you heard Lane mention about the fact that it's, from your freshman year to now your senior year, what you're seeing with the program.
We've got so much younger talent coming in. We got Emmanuel Woods, middle school, Liam Richards, freshman. He's a quarterback. Yeah. And we just got a bunch of freshmen like Gorsuch, wide receiver. We got so much young talent on our team that I think one day spark's going to ignite, and it might be this year, but spark's going to ignite, and I think this team can be really good.
Coach, you got 19 freshmen that were listed on the roster that you have there at Mount Vernon, and sometimes it's like, and I've talked with coaches for years about, it's like you don't want to go and have that deer in a headlight look when you go on a Friday night and say, oh my gosh, what is this, a Friday night? How do you trickle in maybe guys that are freshmen into playing on a Friday night so they're prepared when their number's called and you need them? And I know you mentioned a couple of those names that these guys mentioned on the show last couple weeks ago, but how do you deal with what you have and the young talent and wanting to win for these senior guys as well?
Right, yeah, the seniors are what's going to carry our team.
Yeah.
Exactly right. The freshmen are what you trickle in. Like, I think we had in the fourth quarter, it wasn't by choice, but we had to. Liam was on the field at quarterback, and then Jake Hubbard was on the field at running back, and they took the ball all the way down to like the 40, 35 or the 40 in the fourth quarter to win the game. Mm-hmm. So like, ideally, you don't want to put them on that stage because it could demotivate them if they don't succeed. But these guys are a little different too. They're high quality athletes. It's like they just have the mindset. But when they're around a really strong line and a really like a senior leadership line, that gives those guys a little more comfort to perform. So the sprinkle's kind of the word, right? You don't want to mass sub 5 freshmen on the field.
You don't want to do that.
We want to keep them healthy, physically healthy.
Sure.
But these guys have really embraced that we're going to treat our freshmen better than anyone.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones we got to show the way, right?
Sure.
And if you're not doing that, then the next year you'll have 12 sophomores.
Yeah.
If you don't treat them good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we want to make sure they're safe. They get treated the best on the team, and just encourage them to bring a friend next year, you know. So.
One of the things you worked on in the offseason was increasing your team speed, right? And you really made that a focal point of what this team did. What did you do in terms of the offseason, some of the things you worked on, maybe in addition to increasing speed? And when we talk about increasing speed, what did you do in that regard?
Yeah, so, we have like a really elite speed program, far as one of the best in probably the state of Ohio under Eric Lichter, the +2 university. So what was unique about that is we had like 2 or 3 guys hit 20 miles an hour in game in pads, which that's fast.
Yeah.
Because we have trackers on them. It led to bigger hits. I mean, there were some hits that I had not seen since I've been here.
Yeah.
It led to better pursuit. I think we bottled them up for maybe 50 yards rushing, 60 yards rushing, and they had a 4.5 40 running back. So you could see it. When I put the 2 films up there, it was like day and night. I was like, is this on fast forward or something? I wasn't sure. So our team speed on average has went up about a mile per hour.
Oh, wow.
So a mile per hour for humans is pretty good. Like
yeah, sure.
From 15 to 16 is good.
Yeah.
From 19 to 20 is like, if you can get guys running 20 miles an hour, that's fast.
Yeah.
So, and we're not just talking receivers. We're talking linemen.
Yeah.
Because when linemen are faster off the ball, it's
Sure.
a different pace of the game.
Yeah.
But once again, people would go, yeah, but you still lost to Marion Harding. You have to know something about football.
Yeah.
You have to look at the product you're putting on the field. The product is much better.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally sound. It's faster. Less missed tackling. I think we only had 3 missed tackles the entire game, so that was pretty good. Yeah.
Now, for you, Lane, that speed that you practiced and working on increasing speed in the off season, how have you seen that improve your game as you've gone into this season?
I think more so at when I play defensive end, getting around the edge, it's so much faster, and then in pursuit, like just always, it's just you need it. It's not something you can't. If you don't have it, you don't have it. You need it.
Yeah. Nolan, how's that worked for you and getting into the season and some of the things you worked on in the summer there?
Well, this speed program is just amazing because last year I was 20 pounds lighter, and I'm running faster than I was last year with 20 pounds of muscle added on to me.
Sure.
And it's especially helpful getting off the ball. I can just shoot at people faster and catch them off guard.
Well, we're going to talk some more with the players. We're going to talk about the game Friday night, this past Friday night, and get ready for the game this Friday night, which we're going to be there live streaming that ball game on our YouTube channel. So be watching that on YouTube this upcoming Friday night as Newark and Mount Vernon. That's the WMBO YouTube channel, and you can see the game live streaming as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets take on the Newark Wildcats. Do want to thank Griffin Insurance, our title sponsor for the Monday Night Sports Talk Show here at Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon. Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Cottage Electric and Construction. Page 1 group with the mugs here. Knox County Veteran Services, and, of course, Pizza Cottage we mentioned as well. Let's take this break. We'll come back, talk more with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show on WMBO.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. It is officially game week for the Ohio State football team. The reigning national champions will welcome in the #1 team in the country in the Texas Longhorns to Ohio Stadium in just 5 days in a rematch of last season's Cotton Bowl game. They'll kick off Saturday at noon. Backtracking to over the weekend, the Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals wrapped up their preseason play before the season kicks off September 4th. The Browns took down the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday 19-17 to go 3-0 in preseason, while the Bengals got routed by the Indianapolis Colts in their final preseason game 41-14 to go 1-2. Here's head coach Zach Taylor as he gave his thoughts on Cincinnati's preseason as a whole.
I thought we got all the work done that we needed to get done. I really feel good. I like where we're at from a health standpoint. I like where we're at from an install standpoint. Our key guys understanding what we're trying to get, what our intent is, and so I feel really good as a football team where we're at right now.
In NFL news today, the holdout between former Ohio State wide receiver Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders is officially done as a deal has been completed. Terry McLaurin agreed to a 3-year extension with Washington worth up to $96 million. And in baseball tonight, the Cleveland Guardians return home for a series with the Tampa Bay Rays. Tanner Bybee will get the start for Cleveland with first pitch at 6:40. As for Cincinnati, after avoiding another sweep on Sunday with a win over the Arizona Diamondbacks, they stay out west, beginning a series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hunter Green gets the ball for the Redlegs, and they get things started shortly after 10 o'clock. This is the Ohio News Network.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. Let's get ready to rumble. We love football season, and that means stove season is right around the corner. Buckeye Stoves. Check out our showroom with live displays on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. We offer 22 brands of stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Wood, pellet, gas, and coal. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community. Offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
So I got this neighbor, Dave. He was kind of curious about my lawn. Grumbled that he bought a patch fix for his yard. Well, it didn't fix the patch. I tried to tell him, call Prescription Turf Care. Come aerate and overseed in the fall. You get a nice, thick, healthy yard next year that goes great with that nice, thick, juicy steak right here. Call 740-397-1203 and ask about a free no obligation estimate. And remember, if you want a healthy lawn and all the weeds gone, call Prescription Turf Care.
Call Prescription Turf Care.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Shank.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
All right, we welcome you back to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show at Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon. And appreciate Mark Weber joining us, Lane Mustard, and Nolan White. Appreciate them joining us here. Did I get your name wrong? Oh, did your last? Massard. Sorry.
We call Mustard.
You know, last year, I what did I do? I called Cy Wallace like the wrong name the entire show, and it wasn't even close. Massard, not Mustard. You can call me Matthias or something later.
Mustard.
You call Mustard?
We do.
All right, I'm just gonna call you Mustard then. Appreciate you guys joining us here on the program. Let's look back at last Friday night, boy. You look at some of the numbers. I had a guy named Sean who texted me and said, "I've got the stats for you. Here's the stats." So I kind of looked through some of the numbers and everything. Appreciate Sean. Sean, if you're out there, thank you. Keep doing that. But you guys look at that. You have an opportunity. You get to the end of the game, and that's all you can ask for is that you have an opportunity to win. What stood out to you in that game against Marion Harding on Friday night, Coach?
So first of all, Sean Ruth. Shout out to him.
Yeah, is that who it is? Okay.
Yep, Sean Ruth and Coach Ryan. So Coach Ryan and Sean run the stats crew. Okay. It's a big deal. Like, we have live stats at the game.
Oh, okay.
So the fans can scan that QR code and see. They can follow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we've added that unit. That was something that.
Where's that QR code at?
It's in the stadium. So yeah, you just scan it, and it's
even on away games or just home games.
Depends if there's Wi-Fi.
Okay, depends on if there's Wi-Fi.
So if there's Wi-Fi at the away games, then yes. If
there
that's
cool.
They'll be uploaded that as soon as we get back.
All right. That's cool.
But at all home games, we have Wi-Fi, so they just go straight to your phone.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So on that, other than Marion, that's like just a small example of things that we've built since we've been here that are crucial to the long-term success.
Yeah.
So someone would be like, why spend so much time on stats? Well, in game, we're looking at accurate stats. Like, hey, he only has 7 carries, but he's at 70 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before, we weren't doing that. We were kind of going at it clueless. Like, I think he has 10 carries, So now with the stats program and what those guys put into it, it's a whole department. It's a big deal, Every minute they're like,
analytics is important now.
It's
Mark.
so important. So thanks to Sean, thanks to Coach Ryan.
Yeah.
Back to Marion. So it was a great game. We take the ball right down the field.
Yeah.
We're in the heavy set. We're pounding the ball, and it took 8 minutes off the clock too, so it was kind of good.
Yeah.
You're grinding the clock, but you only got one possession in a whole quarter.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think there were some flags that stalled some drives.
Mm-hmm.
Penalties were not good. Not super happy about that.
Yeah.
But you still felt like the momentum, like we could handle the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think there was a deep ball with a halfback pass, correct? And then there was another deep ball that the quarterback just threw. So 2 big plays put us down at half, 14-7.
Yeah.
But you still in your head, we're controlling the line of scrimmage. I feel good about this, right? As the game, I even told him at halftime, as the game goes further, it's in our advantage because we're in shape. Well, then the third quarter blunders hit.
Okay.
We had 8 starters go down with cramps.
Oh, geez, yeah.
8. I've never seen something in my life. But what was
it's nice out today. You could have this
weather.
weather.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know that it mattered. It was like somebody said they hit us with a cramp EMP or something. I was like, so, but what was really unique about it for long-term success that we're talking about, we put these like no-name players in that nobody's ever heard of. Not your star, not just a second string, third string guy. And we were getting stops.
Yeah.
So like we were trusting guys that had been there at practice every day, that maybe not as talented that people think as the starter, and they held their own.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the light bulb went off. Like we can win this with 8 starters out.
Yeah.
You know, and we were right there, and then we get a score.
Yeah.
I think it was 21-14 at that point. Then we get the ball back again, and then now we have freshman quarterback, freshman running back.
Yeah.
We had 2 broken collarbones in the game that I've never seen on our team.
Wow.
2 broken collarbones, freak things.
Wow.
And so it's 21-14. We're on like the 40-yard line going in. 5 seconds left or something. We get one pass to the end zone.
Yeah.
So it was unique. It was cool that we had that chance. We didn't make that chance. I was in my head. I was going to go for 2. I knew. I was like, we're going to go for 2 and get this thing done.
Yeah, over with.
But I told the guys like that's really a blessing. That's a good thing that you had an opportunity to win that game.
Yeah.
Now my question is, when we get in that situation again, are you going to win it?
Yeah.
Like who's going to be the spark? Because last year we're at Watkins, field goal in overtime.
Sure.
We miss it.
Yeah.
We get it blocked, I believe, or whatever. And then so we didn't seize the moment there.
Yep.
We didn't seize the moment on Friday night. At what point are we going to seize the moment?
Yeah.
I said I'll stay as long as it takes for you guys to get this figured out.
Yeah.
But at some point, a player in pads needs to make a remarkable play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's when I think it'll change.
Yeah.
But right now there's still that little thought like, can we do this?
Yeah.
You know.
No,
so.
you want those young guys in there? Is that the plan? Get those freshmen in there? You got 19 freshmen on the roster. Is it get those freshmen in there, or is it what the situation calls for?
It was just what the situation called for. I've never looked at it as I've never to any of my senior classes been like, hey, we're gonna forego talent to get the next class up, because I don't think that works. I think you play the best that you have at the moment. If they're a freshman, great. If they're a sophomore, great. If they're a junior, great. Ideally, we all know what teams win, the teams that have juniors and seniors on the field, because they should be physically mature.
Yeah.
They should be mentally mature. So, no, it's not necessarily by design.
Yeah.
It's by luck or luck thereof at times. But the freshmen are super talented, too. So,
guys, I want to ask you, Lane Massard, got it there, right? All right. There we go. What did you think of that Marion Harding game? What did you take away from that game when it ended on Friday night?
I really thought our rush game was pretty good that night. I think we can't have those penalties.
Yeah.
Like it's just drive killers.
Yeah.
Like first down, 5 yards, hold. It's 2nd and 15.
Yeah.
And then it just kills the drive.
Yeah. And Nolan, what did you take away from that game Friday night?
I think if we're getting 200 yards rushing with poor O-line play, I can't imagine what it will look like when we're all just firing off the ball.
Yeah. And I know Mason Richards, 91 yards rushing and 2 rush TDs, and you think about the offensive line and what they put in to be able to do that, because it's all comes together. You've talked about it before, Coach. You got to have 11 people doing the same thing and being on the same page, or else it's just not going to work. It's just how it is. Now, when we look at this game this week, the Newark Wildcats, and we look at the fact that it's a kind of a rivalry game for you, and the following week's kind of a rivalry game down the road. I remember even have a T-shirt hanging up in my house. Now it's not going to fit me anymore. It's 15 years old, but about beat Delaware. But these games, I know rivalry games are important and everything, but just getting in that win column and competing, especially against a good Newark team, how important is that this Friday night, Coach?
Yeah, it's by far probably one of the better teams we're going to see all year.
Yeah.
I challenge our guys, like, if that scares you, you're not the type of kid we're looking for in this program. I told our guys that.
Yeah.
Like, these are the games. You got to play the game within the game, and if you want to aspire to go play college football, like, you want in these games.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be playing against 4 or 5 Division I kids this Friday night.
Yeah.
Like, that have offers or potentially will have offers. So, we got to quit running from hard. Like, why would you want to play a bad team and pick up an easy win that probably isn't going to get you any playoff points? And really, are you going to get better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want wins. You want the result.
Yeah.
But I would rather get wins and play against quality teams so that when we get in league, we're prepared. In our league, we're prepared for those games that aren't maybe as high quality, which our league is really good. But playing Newark is where we want to be. Like, I told them, you're going to blink. At some point, you'll go, oh, how did Mount Vernon turn it around? But no one's really had that vision to see that.
Yep.
So it takes time, takes a lot of belief.
Yeah.
And they're really good.
Yeah.
So you just got to buckle it a little bit harder, right?
Yeah.
You got to put the chin strap on. Told our guys, like, if you have those penalties, they will run you out of their stadium.
Sure.
If you have turnovers, they will run you out of their stadium.
Sure.
If you forget how to tackle, they will run you out of White Field. Okay?
Yeah. Sure.
And until players, like, own that eye, we say own the eye and win.
Yeah.
Like, each player has to own their portion and do their job and worry about their metrics that they got to focus on and make it a gritty game and just win it.
Yeah.
Try to win it in the last, let Newark go. How did that happen?
Yeah. Hey, that's what we want to see. We're
underdog. I like the underdog situation. It's good.
We're going to be there. YouTube, WMVO. Put it in YouTube, and we're going to have the game live Friday night. Lane, against the Newark Wildcats, what do you want to see from the O-line, the D-line this week as you play against the Newark Wildcats and try to pick up win number 1 of the 2025 season?
So we know they have a couple of really good DNs. There's a couple of the D1 DNs.
Yeah.
They have 2 big old noses. So it's just win your matchup.
Yeah.
It's just get you a gap and have running backs hit that gap and get yards.
Yeah.
D-line, it's they have a quarterback. He's quick. You get that balls out 2.5 seconds. So it's go and plug. If they're running the ball, you got to plug those gaps and try to get pressure as fast as you can because he's quick.
Yeah. Nolan, what do you want to see from the Yellow Jackets Friday night? What do you think you have to do to get a win against the Newark Wildcats?
I definitely think it's going to be a challenge, but I've grinded with these boys for like 5 years now, and I think that if we win our matchups, we can definitely come out with a win.
Yep.
And I believe that in every single one of our guys, I believe that they can win their matchup.
Yeah. Coach, one more thing I want to ask you before we get complete for today, because I know you got some youth games you got to go to and things like that. Licking County League, really good league. Granville, Johnstown has put up 70 points the other night. You know, they've got talent in that league. What do you see with the Licking County League?
The Licking County League is physical.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we're learning how to play. It's a little bit – OCC was physical too, but a lot of better – I can't say better. Different, like, edge players where LCL is played right here in the box. Like, come get it.
Yeah.
Where maybe the OCC had a stud tight end that they could get the ball to or a stud receiver they can get the ball to, which LCL has that too. But to me, it's just a physical – like, the first word that comes to mind is physical.
Yeah.
They're going to hit you week in and week out. They're going to run the ball week in and week out. Also, the LCL has some legend coaches in it, some really good coaches that have been there a while and know how to play the game of football. So, to me, it's a good fit for us. We just are adjusting to that style of play. That's kind of where why we went to the speed. We feel like speed is the differentiator.
Sure.
We feel like speed is where, in the long term, okay, now this is not a short-term fix. In the long term, our 6th graders are going to be faster. 7th graders are going to be faster. 8th graders are going to be faster, which you're seeing some of that when our 8th grade team plays.
Yeah.
So, LCL is a very solid league from top down, and we're like the little dog looking in right now, but we're looking to grow up. So,
sure. Absolutely. Well, best of luck this week at Newark. We're going to be there, YouTube channel, WMVO, as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets take on the Newark Wildcats. Lane Massard, thank you so much for joining us. Nolan White, Mark Weber, best of luck to you guys all season long. We'll get you back down here, of course, to eat some more food. I know your pizza's waiting over there for you, so we're going to get you over there to get some food. But appreciate you guys joining us. We're at Pizza Cottage tonight. Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Take this break. Centerburg Trojans coming up next. WMVO.
Time and temperature is brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community. Offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. Let's get ready to rumble. We love football season, and that means stove season is right around the corner. Buckeye Stoves. Check out our showroom with live displays on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. We offer 22 brands of stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Wood, pellet, gas, and coal. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veterans Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
You never thought your child would get their own home so soon, but it needs new wiring pulled and the kitchen could use a makeover. It's time to get in touch with Cottage Electric and Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004.
Cottage Electric and Construction is a proud sponsor for this year's fall sports.
Cottage Electric and Construction, 740-627-8004.
WMVO Weather Center forecast.
The current temp 68 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The wind is from the west at 11 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, cloudy with light wind with the temp 60. Overnight, a few clouds and somewhat breezy with the temp 52. And then tomorrow, a few clouds with some light winds. Temperature is 58. That's Storm Track weather on the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
You're listening to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live on WMVO. Brought to you in part by Pizza Cottage, Knox County Veteran Services, and Prescription Derp Care.
We welcome you back. It is Pizza Cottage, the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Again, thanks to the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets for joining us here on the program. And Centerburg Trojans, we were out there this past Friday night. But big shout out to Rich Porter, who got us a nice area. Look at that. We've only been asking for 10 seasons. No, I'm just teasing you. But I drove out there, and now I was driving past the football field actually before I came here. Not that I was like driving by to see if you guys were coming or not, but I just happened to be driving by. You guys are still practicing and everything. Yeah. And the Centerburg Trojans 1-0 on the season. Coach Andy Colella is with us. Tommy Haas is with us. And then Blaine Ball and Hayden Love. We appreciate them joining us here in the program. 34-0. You know, we talked about it Friday night. Yeah, feel pretty good. You know, you win that game on Friday night. We're going to be talking about that. But, you know, we talked a couple of weeks ago, and you know Brian Gaston and talked with him before, and he's always said, you got an offensive line, you're going to be pretty good shape. I mean, that's the start of things. We got to have other pieces too, obviously. Yeah. But you get an offensive line, you give a guy some time and everything, you can be in pretty good shape. So you guys got the whole offensive line back, and you can see it Friday night how Blaine had time and had a lot of success offensively. So when you go into the season with you got some seniors and guys that have been in this program. This is your 10th year, I believe, at Centerburg as well. So, what are the expectations for this group here in 2025, Andy?
I mean, as always, I don't think much changes a whole lot in regards to that. But you want to compete for the league title, and get in the playoffs, and see what you can do at that point in time. So this is no different with these guys. Like you said, there's plenty of them back from last year, and they got a little bit different taste of the playoffs last year with getting a win underneath their belt and going to round 2. So learning from that and building off of that, and coming into this season starting off with a win is huge. That gives you some momentum kind of going in and starting off on the right track. So
what do you think of 12 playoff teams? You vote for that? And I mean, what do you think of 12 instead of 16?
That was the original plan.
Yeah, that was, and then
COVID
happened, and
decided to change it.
We'll keep it at 16.
I don't know. I think the trick there is going to be if you get in the top 4, how do you handle the week off?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's kind of, it's going to be something new, for those teams. And I think if you can get to that point and then manage that week, the correct way, if you're fortunate enough to get it, it'll take some figuring out how to do it. But I mean, it could be a good thing if you handle it right, because it gives you the week off and, gives your guys a chance to kind of recover and recoup a little bit. So it could be a positive thing for sure.
Coach, we look at expectations coming into this year. Your quarterback back, your running back's back, your offensive line's back. And we talk offense, but I know you got the likes of your defense too. And they did pretty well on Friday night, not allowing any points in that ball game too. So what realistically, with this group, you've been working with them for a while. We talked about the expectations already and things like that. But, your defense played really well on Friday night. What was the message to the guys going into that game against the Utica Redskins, and then just your thoughts of the post-game against the Redskins?
Yeah, I think coming off the scrimmage that we had the week before, it was a pretty positive experience for us. We've won against Columbus Academy, who's traditionally a very strong football program, has lots of success in the postseason. And using the confidence I think we got from that, and letting these guys just go out. They got to play at home, kind of cut it loose and see what they can do. They played well, like you said, on defense, and offense. We were able to figure things out. With the offensive line and running back that you have back, and Blaine carries the ball as well.
Yeah.
We figured out quickly that that's what they were keying on. So, throwing the ball around a little bit and having Hayden making some plays was a nice touch, and also allowed us to figure out that we can win some different ways, and but we got to go back and shore up the run game, and that's going to carry us through throughout the season. So
I always say the biggest adjustment is week 1 to week 2 in high school football, and so looking forward to the matchup this week. Tommy Haas is with us. What year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
Senior year, final year here. What position did you play for Centerburg?
Linebacker and wide receiver.
I thought you played linebacker because I know you've been in here before. But, I have to ask because if you changed positions, then I look like an idiot. But what were your expectations going into this year, your senior year, final year? What do you want to accomplish as a team and for yourself as well?
I mean, with this team, we've just been playing for a while. Like, we've just known each other forever. So, I mean, just a lot of expectations. I know we can get a lot of stuff done, postseason. I know we can do a lot into the postseason and stuff like that, but I know that we have to take each week by itself and, go 1 week at a time. Last week felt good, but we got a new opponent this week, and we just got to be ready for that competition.
Put that one on the back burner and here, focus on the Johnstown Johnnies this week. Blaine Ball, senior year, right? Final season here. Had a heck of a game Friday night. It was great to see from you guys. And when you look at what you want to accomplish this year, I mean, obviously great first start to this, but still got 9 more weeks in the regular season. A long way to go here as well. What you want to do maybe in the offseason, some of the things you worked on, and maybe some of the things as you get into the season you want to accomplish for the Centerburg Trojans?
I mean, just, getting better every day and, just coming into work. I mean, what you can do, it's a new week, like Tommy said, and just attack it head on.
What are some of the things maybe you worked on the offseason? I know we talked with Mount Vernon. They talked about getting better with their speed and things like that. Do you work on maybe that connection there with Hayden? Because it obviously worked Friday night. Some of the things maybe you worked on in the offseason, the summer and things.
We would set up, these morning workouts. So just come in and throw, every Tuesday and Thursday. And then, we used to do, a quarterback club, Tuesdays. So then we moved it to Monday. And just being in the gym, 3 days a week with these guys, I mean, just doing that the whole off season just really helped a lot.
Hayden, what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
All right, all seniors then. I could have just asked you that right off the top, but we've been doing this for 10 years and I'd never ask it. So
they're all captains too.
All captains too. So, what's it feel like to be a captain though, Hayden? One of the guys that's a captain on this team.
It's pretty cool. I've been looking up to captain since 6th grade for this team, and it's an honor.
All right. Looking to go into this season, what did you want to accomplish? I think you did pretty well Friday night. You had a pretty good game. And you got yourself a free pizza from Pizza Cottage, too. Yeah, so what was some of the goals that you set for yourself going into this year?
Just working with the team. We knew we had some guys back, and we just wanted to have a good year and see what we can do in the playoffs.
And for you as well, personally, obviously you got 4 touchdowns your first game and things like that. So, individually, some of the things maybe you were hoping to. I know people say we'll focus on the team here, but are there any individual goals you have for yourself as well?
No.
Yeah,
not really.
just all for the team. I like it. I appreciate you guys spending some time with us here. Like I say, you think about where you guys are at right now, and Blaine had 280 yards passing. Hayden had a great ball game as well, but you have a lot of weapons on this team that you can utilize. I mean, a guy in the backfield that I think you averaged 8 yards carry. Marshall ended up having that. So you've got all these different pieces. How, as a coaching staff, do you look at it and say, is it based off maybe matchups each week, how you're going to utilize guys when you have all these different weapons at your disposal?
Yes, it's a little bit of that. And you've got to be able to take advantage of the defense and spread them out, and you've got to distribute the ball. If you're just giving it to one guy, it's pretty easy for a defense to kind of focus in on that. So, I think the cool thing about Hayden's performance and Blaine's on Friday was that, now they've got to prepare for somebody different.
Yeah.
And Hayden, this is his first time really playing offense. He's been strictly defense the last 2 years, so people didn't know about him before, but now they're gonna take some extra time to figure out how they're gonna try to guard him. So, and that opens up other things, the other weapons that we have. So,
Hayden, how have you adjusted to that? Going to the offensive side.
I mean, I've been second string. I was second string last year, so we ran through it in practice, and
yeah, you were ready when they called here. So, 134-0, Coach. You're going to take on the Johnstown Johnnies this upcoming week as well. I don't have to tell you they scored 70 points the other day. 70 points. But, you think about the opportunities that you have here, playing quality opponents. And it only gets you prepared as you get into the Knoxmore Athletic Conference. I know we're going to talk about that as well. It's a great conference. I mean, Knoxmore Athletic Conference, it gets you prepared for the postseason as well. But playing a team like the Johnstown Johnnies early in the season is going to be quite the test for you guys. You looking forward to that on Friday night?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the things you can do with your 3 out of conference games is you can schedule a team like Johnstown.
Yeah.
The last couple years we've had Ontario. Yeah. So you want
that was tough too, but you guys played right with them.
Yeah, you want to throw somebody in there just to kind of get a gauge on where you're at. And, for us, the postseason is, it's a real thing, and it's a big deal to these kids. So to compete against somebody who has success at that level, gives you an idea of kind of where you're at and where you need to go. So we're looking forward to it. It's an old conference rival right down the road. So we're talking to these guys a little bit about it today. Yeah. And so we're looking forward to it. It should be a really fun environment and a good experience for these guys.
I'm so old. I remember I was in school when they were in the conference, the Mid-Buckeye Conference, years ago. Mm-hmm. That's why I have gray hair now, But appreciate Andy joining us here. We're going to talk more with the players. They prepare for their matchup this Friday night against Johnstown, and of course talk a little bit about the Knoxmore Athletic Conference and more. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show live from Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon and presented by Griffin Insurance, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Cottage Electric and Construction, Page One Group, Knox County Veteran Services, and Pizza Cottage. I think that if Andy brings one of those mugs home, he's probably sleeping outside. He's got a whole cupboard full.
Yeah, there's enough of them there.
Appreciate them joining us here. Let's take this break and come back. More of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show coming up.
Brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
You never thought your child would get their own home so soon, but it needs new wiring pulled and the kitchen could use a makeover. It's time to get in touch with Cottage Electric and Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004.
Cottage Electric and Construction is a proud sponsor for this year's fall sports.
Cottage Electric and Construction, 740-627-8004.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
Filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community. Offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
WMVO Weather Center forecast.
The current temp 68 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The wind is from the west at 11 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, cloudy with light wind with the temp 60. Overnight, a few clouds and somewhat breezy with a temp 52. And then tomorrow, a few clouds with some light winds. Temperature 68. That's Storm Track weather on the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
You're listening to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live on WMVO. Brought to you in part by Page One Group, Buckeye Stoves, and Cottage Electric and Construction.
There we go. We welcome you back at Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon, and certainly look at their deals on Friday or Mondays throughout the week. They've got deals throughout the entire week. And so check out their deals and get down here on a Monday night. They got some great deals. And come say it was here. Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Centerburg Trojans 1-0 on the season after a shutout victory against Utica this past Friday night, 34-0. Knoxville Athletic Conference, Coach, we've talked about this before and how good of a conference it is, and really prepares you for postseason play and to play within the conference as well. I mean, you got the Cardington Lincoln Pirates who bring back the Player of the Year from last year. You've got the Fredericktown Freddies who have a very senior-laden team. You've got the Danville Blue Devils. You know, it's a great group of teams in there, and then you guys too. I mean, and so what do you see with the Knoxville Athletic Conference this year, Coach?
Yeah, I think from top to bottom, it's a highly competitive conference. I think we were just talking over there. I think there was only one team maybe that lost in the league this past week. You know, so you get some high quality competition. I think it's a highly underrated conference across the state. Last year you had 2 Final Four teams, you know, from the conference, and success across, you know, all other sports too. But, you know, week in and week out, you know, you got to be ready to go. And there's some great coaches in the league. And then you had Coach Spittler over at Fredericktown, who's, you know, done unreal things up at Lucas, totally changed the program around. So adding him into the mix, you know, now you got, you know, that element to it too. So it's exciting, it's fun, and, you know, it keeps everybody engaged, you know, week in and week out.
Yeah. Tommy, as you look at the Knoxville Athletic Conference, what stands out to you with what you see from a player perspective with the conference?
I mean, it's always just a good conference. You know, there's certain games in there that I might be a little more excited for to say. There's a couple.
Yeah.
But, I just know that each of those games are going to be hard-fought games. And, we're going to have to bring our A game in each week, when it comes to that.
Blaine, what do you think of the Knoxville Athletic Conference? What kind of stands out for you with teams like you got Danville, Northmore? Coach was mentioning they made it to the state Final Four last year. What do you think of the conference here?
I mean, I think it's a great conference to be in, and great competition, and every team's gonna be good. So, I mean, we just got to come in and take it week by week and just one game at a time.
You talk about playing Johnstown too. Last year you played Ontario, played them really tough against a very good Ontario team that went to a regional final last year and had a quarterback that's at Ohio State right now as well. So these non-conference games can prepare you just as much as well as the Knoxville Athletic Conference. And Hayden, what do you think of the Knoxville Athletic Conference?
Yeah, like Blaine said, you just got to take it week by week. And when you play these games in the KMAC, you're going to be prepared to play in the playoffs.
Yeah. And Blaine is preparing for his sideline reporter job by holding the microphone for him, too.
Looking into it.
Yeah. Career choice.
Yeah. But you look at this group, and like you say, experience is so important. You get on a Friday night, and we've talked about it before with a smaller school like Centerburg, try to get some younger guys in there when you go throughout a year, because you never know when your number is going to be called and when a guy graduates and then the next man up and things like that. But this team is an experienced group, and that is certainly a big benefit for the Centerburg Trojans.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're really fun to be around. I think we have a pretty good time, and you get to if everybody's on the same page and you kind of want the same thing and you have the same work ethic, you get to know these guys and they get to know us on a little bit different level. And that creates a better relationship, and then ultimately, you probably play a little bit differently and you prepare a little bit differently, for each other. So that's been a really fun dynamic, and having quality experience back, you can do some different things. And, I think on Friday, one of the things that we learned about them is their ability to adapt and find different ways to win. If somebody would have said, the performance that Blaine and Hayden had, going into that game, you probably wouldn't have thought that would happen because of, the run game that, we have, or, and so it allows you to, moving forward, be creative, in different ways with, those guys and kind of what they can do. So it adds a different element to a pretty good game plan and group that we already had.
Now, I don't want to start talking about Week 10, but I did have Fredericktown in here last week as well. That Freddie Burke Trophy, you sitting on the level now with the Devil Dog thing, or you think it's getting there? You guys don't like them, they don't like you.
We really don't worry about the Devil Dog game. So the Fredericktown Centerburg thing has been a rival for quite some time, and to add a trophy to it, I think it's cool for the kids and the community, and it sits right in our front office, so anybody who walks into the school, it's sitting right there, so you get to see that, and the kids get to see it all the time. So even though it's weeks off, you're reminded of it pretty much every day, because it's out there for everybody to see.
Well, we certainly appreciate you guys joining us here on the program, and best of luck as you're in action Friday night against the Johnstown Johnnies at Centerburg's field there. And we look forward to getting back out to some Centerburg Trojan games throughout the year. Appreciate you guys all joining us. And stay safe and healthy, and go win a KMAC championship and more this year.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm a Centerburg graduate, Curtis tells me I'm not supposed to be biased, but, what do you do? Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys spending some time with me. Get you back down here as well. But do want to thank Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Curtis is actually behind the camera right now, which is probably where he needs to be. And then Gary's behind the camera. That's Gary with 2 R's. I appreciate them joining us here on the program as well. Thanks for joining us. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, and we're going to be throwing it to the Buckeye Roundtable Show coming up. But once again, thanks to Griffin Insurance, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Cottage Electric and Construction, Page 1 Group, Knox County Veteran Services, and Pizza Cottage as well for bringing you the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. And we'll be back here next week as well to have a good time, and I hope you join us for that. We'll feature East Knox football, and Loudonville soccer, girls soccer will also be with us as well next week. And I'm starting to learn some soccer stuff too. But,
that's good.
It wasn't, I remember Jim Stoyle, one of your assistants there, teaching me not about soccer, but he did teach me about football. And I remember standing there doing a game, and he was doing color for me. Oh boy, I need to go watch some film, figure out what's going on here. And so, but hey,
and
he told me.
Here you are.
Yeah, here we are.
How about
I don't sound as dumb as I did those years, but appreciate you guys joining us here. That'll do it for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Join us next week on WMVO.